Tina Tinker has arrived saying that she fabricated something for Grove, but then she kind of poofed before Grove could accept whatever that gift was. So I don't know what Tina Tinker brought Grove. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. We are back today with another episode of the Whimsy Stories Legacy Challenge with our founder Grove Whims. The Whimsy Stories Legacy Challenge is a challenge written by Caterade, and I will link the rules to that down below so that you can go and take a look at them. I'm not going to read through them today, but you can look and see what it is that we need to do for Generation 1. In our last episode, Grove and her husband Alex had their first child, a little girl they named Wren. And this was a little bit unexpected. They're still stuck living in a 32-tile tiny home, so there's not a whole lot of room for Wren, but she has arrived, and after Grove was feeling kind of uncertain about parenthood and bringing Wren into the world, Grove has really fallen in love with her daughter and really is a doting mother and absolutely adores her. Alex is family oriented, so he's always wanted children, and he is just like over the moon over Wren and her appearance. So if we get into game, it is a Thursday morning and everybody's just kind of starting to wake up a little bit. Wren is very peacefully sleeping here, or well, not sleeping. Wren is behaving very well in her bassinet, and Grove is woken up feeling kind of flirty. However, we do need to be careful. While one child is something that Grove and Alex are good with, Grove is definitely not ready to have a second child anytime soon. So we have to be a little bit careful with them and their flirty moods and the woohooing. I am playing with a couple of mods, one of them being the pregnancy overhaul mod, which does introduce a risky woohoo. So if your Sims woohoo without using any kind of protection, there is the chance that they will become pregnant, which is exactly how little Wren came into being. Now, Grove is a master maker. She still needs to reach level 7 of her fabrication skill. She needs to collect insects from an insect farm and create 5 candles. We did get her an insect farm, so she's got one of those out here with some crickets in it that she has been tending to. She is also in the freelance crafting career, and that is how she has been earning her money and also creating some things to kind of furnish the space a little bit. She's a freegan, so she and Alex do a lot of dumpster diving to get things to put in their house. That's where a lot of the items in their home actually has come from. But there are some things that Grove wants to fabricate to keep in her own home. One of them being a better table and chairs. This is one that they found in a dumpster, so she would like something a little bit better for that. And then also a bed for Wren when Wren becomes a child. Of course, Wren is still a baby, so we still have some time before we get to that point. But that is definitely on Grove's radar of something to make. Alex is a master chef. He still needs to cook a couple meals while inspired, but right now he's just very excited about the new baby and feeling really happy about that. He is a line cook in the culinary career, and he does not have to work today, so he's got the day off. As Alex is family oriented, he's really good about taking care of Wren and helping out. When he is home, he really is just very over the moon about her arrival. In fact, he even has a sentiment with her loved child. Alex is so happy to have welcomed Wren into the world and to be able to hold her close. Alex is definitely going to be a doting father. Now, Grove is feeling like she has taken enough time off from her fabricating, so she and Alex have sent little Wren to daycare, and she has come over here to the crafting hub where she can work on making candles for her next gig. She also wants to make candles for her aspiration, so it seemed like a good idea for her to find a gig that was going to have her do that, and she could like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So while Grove is over here crafting her candles that her client would like, and maybe having a little bit of a hard time doing it, maybe she's having a difficult time kind of getting back into the swing of things after Wren has been born. She was really working hard trying to get a lot of fabricating done before Wren arrived, and now that she's back to it, she seems a little bit distracted. She could be worrying about Wren because she had to leave her at daycare, and that is probably making her feel a little bit worried. While she's doing that, Alex is over here once again diving for deals and finding things in the dumpster that they can either put in their home or potentially recycle for more bits and pieces. This is how Alex contributes to Grove and Grove's career. He dives for deals in the dumpsters to help her out, which is really sweet of him. Grove eats the food he makes, he dives in dumpsters for her. It's a win-win situation. Alex found a lot of really good things in the dumpster that he is recycling. He also found a wall-mountable TV that he hung on to because given that Wren is going to be a toddler very soon, they're going to need to make some adjustments to their home. And so he found that and thought this is something that Grove could fix because Grove is really handy. And we can use that instead of the television that we currently have that kind of sits on a table and takes up space. So he was really thinking that through and decided to hold on to that. Grove has made a couple of candles for her client, and now she's trying to make that table that she really wanted to make. So she's working on fabricating a table for them to eat at. She was really thinking too, like now with Wren around, they're gonna want a larger table anyway. And so she has successfully made that table. She's gonna need to do some chairs, but it's getting really late and they've been here for a long time and Grove really wants to go home and see Wren. So they're gonna head for home. All right, they have made it back home. Wren is sound asleep, so they're not really gonna get to spend time with Wren like they had thought they would, but that's all right. Alex put up this TV that he found. It is broken, so Grove is gonna come and repair the TV. Like I said, she is pretty handy. Handiness is a skill that she needs to max out, and she has level 5 of the handiness skill already. So she's gonna work on getting the TV ready to go because it is TV season premiere night. And with Wren sleeping really nicely, they're thinking that they would like to watch that. They've put their Murphy bed down. Wren is sleeping really quietly, and they are watching the season premiere on the TV that Alex found in the dumpster that Wren repaired, surrounded by a ton of plants. Because that is one of the things for Grove is that she loves plants. And so their house is full of them. Lots of plants everywhere. And it just creates a really fresh feeling, happy atmosphere to raise their child in. Oh, interesting. Alex has spun up the want to try for baby with Grove. He is family oriented, and I think having Wren is making him see that he wants more children. Grove is not ready for that at all, though. She's still feeling pretty neutral about having children. It took her a lot to kind of come to terms with the idea of having Wren. She was really concerned about the size of their home. And with Alex wanting another one, this could be something that might be a little bit difficult for them. So Alex is asking Grove about having another children, and she said, I'd be all right with having a child. I'd also be all right with not having a child. So she's still feeling pretty neutral about it. But I think at the moment, really, she feels like they just had Wren and it's not time yet, even though it is something that Alex wants. Now, Grove does have one more candle that she needs to make for her gig. So she's going to head off to the maker station, but Alex is going to stay home with Wren today. They were both a little uneasy with sending Wren to daycare, and since Alex doesn't have to work until later in the afternoon, Grove thought she could go first thing in the morning, make that last candle that she needed to make to finish off her gig, and then she could be back home in time for Alex to head off to work. And then Wren doesn't have to stay at daycare. And it is Wren's birthday, so Grove is going to want to be home to celebrate her birthday before Alex goes to work as well. All right, Grove has reached level 7 of the fabrication career, so she can make a double bed and the carved candle. And she did need to reach level 7 for her aspiration. So we have checked off one of those objectives. All right, Grove finished her candles, made her money, and she wants to get back home before Alex has to go to work so that they can celebrate little Wren's birthday. Now, Grove has gotten back home, and Alex is cooking a cake for Wren, but making quite a mess out of doing it. Like, you're a chef. Shouldn't you be cooking better than that? I mean, I guess you're level 7 of the cooking skill. Like, you should be better than this. While he's doing that, Grove is out here tending to the crickets, and they have some cricket flour ready for her, so she's actually collecting some of that, which is good because she needs to collect from them 3 times. So that was the first time that she was able to do that. And she's just nurturing, taking care of her crickets. And then this cricket flour is something that Alex can then use to cook with. And yes, I know we don't actually need a birthday cake, but storytelling. All right, so Grove is finished tending to the crickets, and they are going to come and age up little Wren. It's going to be her birthday. She's going to be a toddler. And I think they're both feeling like, where has the time gone? Everything has gone so fast. They can't believe that Wren is now a toddler. So, in looking at the rules for the second generation kind of shies away from love, but yet they also want to be a parent. So they end up being unflirty and yet also family oriented. So, in thinking about what trait would work for Wren as a toddler, I'm thinking either charmer or independent. I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards independent because when I look at the rules for Generation 2, it says they never want a partner. They love children. They always wanted to be a parent. They are staying away from love, but you have some fear and anxiety over having a partner, and that keeps them single. So I think that maybe they would be an independent toddler to kind of create this feeling that they don't really need anyone else, even their parents. So their independence is going to begin at a really young age, and that's how it's going to be for Wren. She's going to be a really independent toddler and just really kind of looking to make her own way in the world. So we're going to choose independent. And now that she is a toddler, we are going to give her a makeover, and then we also need to create a little bedroom for her because there is like no space in this house at all to put a toddler bed. Or we need to do some rearranging to get a toddler bed in. We'll see what I end up deciding to do. But first things first, let's give little Wren a makeover. All right, so this is little Wren all made over as a toddler, and she is the cutest little thing. She has got the prettiest little green eyes. We kind of went with green as like her color since Grove was naming all of her children after nature, since she's kind of a plant maniac. It seemed like green was the right way to go for Wren. So like her little formal dress is green, her sleepwear is green, her party wear is green. She's got a green top for her swimwear, her warm weather wear, and her cold weather, all green and ready to go. So we have our made over little Wren. Now we need to figure out where to put a toddler bed. So I'm kind of wondering if we can get by without like changing the layout of the house. Like what if we put this over here in the corner? And then we can put this hanging plant. I mean, maybe it's a hanging plant in a hanging plant. Like it can kind of be over here. This corner can be like plant central. And then what if we get a little toddler bed? Okay, maybe we're not going to be able to use that toddler bed because it's too big. Try a different one. And we can like put the toddler bed right here by the door. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. All right, it's either that or the other option would be we could move this table over here. I'm gonna move all this stuff that's on it. So we've got things ready to go for Wren. We've got her little bed over here by Alex and Grove's bed. We've got a little toddler potty. We've got some blocks here inside the house. And then outside is a slide and a dollhouse. So when like Grove is outside working in the garden or maybe meditating a little bit, that is a good time for Wren to be outside playing on the slide or playing with dolls where her mom can see her. So we have managed to cram this toddler into this 32 tile tiny home. Not the easiest feat, but I've done it. And Grove has aged up hungry. Fortunately, there's like a ton of food in the fridge because Alex makes a lot of food for the culinary career. So she is going to start off by getting something to eat. Alex does have to work later, so Grove will be alone with little toddler Wren. Oh no, the toilet broke. Fortunately, like I said before, Grove is really good at repairing and like handiness. So when things break, it's like nothing to Grove to just like go and like make it work again. The one thing Grove has really gotten into doing yoga and wellness since she was pregnant. She used it quite a bit as a way to kind of keep herself calm and relaxed while she was pregnant. And she's still continuing to practice it. And Wren really kind of likes to come out and watch her mom do yoga. It's like something that she gets a lot of excitement out of. It's just kind of fun for her. Now, one thing with Wren being an independent little toddler, these toddlers love their freedom and don't like to take orders from caregivers. They gain extra skill when they are left alone and need less attention. So Wren is in here. She had to go potty. She knew she had to go potty. And so she went in and went potty and didn't bother her mom about it. That's going to be Wren. She's going to just be an independent child, an independent toddler, kind of doing her own thing. And that's going to be kind of convenient and nice for Grove and Alex as well. Tina Tinker has arrived saying that she fabricated something for Grove, but then she kind of poofed before Grove could accept whatever that gift was. So I don't know what Tina Tinker brought Grove. All right, Alex has come home from work and he has fortunately gotten over his like fear of a dead-end job. He was really struggling with that and it was really stopping his work performance. But he's gotten over that a little bit. And since Wren is still up when he got home, he is going to read her to sleep before he goes to bed himself because that's something he really wanted to do. He really wants that time with his child. And so Grove had her take a late nap and then wait until Alex got home to put her to bed. So Alex is reading Wren to sleep. It's something that really means a lot to him. It's his way of spending a little bit of time with Wren before he calls it a night. And it's just a really good thing for him to have that time with her. And I think with Wren going off to sleep, with Grove and Alex going off to sleep, we are going to end this episode here. I'm really excited to see how things go with Wren, and I don't know what I'm going to do with Alex and Grove and additional children. I haven't really decided yet. We're going to kind of see how things play out, I guess. I mean, obviously I didn't plan for Wren to be born, so maybe we'll just kind of play it like that and have them woohoo a few times, and if another child comes, another child comes. However, we're not doing that until we can make this house a little bit bigger, because 2 kids in here is going to be tough. Wren as a child in here is going to be tough. So we're going to hold off on doing any more woohooing and possible impregnating of Grove until we can make this house be a little bit bigger. And I think we've got about another sim week before Grove ages into an adult. And at that point, things can get a little bit bigger. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!